from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. It's Wednesday, hump day. Last Psychic Cafe of the week because I'm going to the dentist tomorrow morning, so I won't be here on Friday morning to do this. But I'll be back next week on Monday, so just a note there. I'm going to be doing some channeling this morning for the collective. Those of us that want to get in healthy relationships, perhaps those of us that believe that we had some kind of a twin flame thing going on that we're stuck in and it wasn't happening. So it could be about that too. We'll see what the guys want to tell us today, but they're telling us about how to make a good choice, how to get into a good relationship and all kinds of things like that. So stick around for that. I'll also be giving mini reads as well for those on live. Hi Maria. Mini reads for those on live. So if you want one of those, check out the comment that's pinned up top of the live chat. That'll tell you how to do it. It's by donation. There's a PayPal link in there for your donations. You can also use Super Chat or Super Sticker here on YouTube if that's easier for you. Now, after you've done your donation, put a capital Q at the start of your comment with your question in for your reading. Your question can be very specific, or it can be a yes or no answer question. I've got a soggy bag here. A soggy bag with my red and my green crystals in, because I spilled coffee all over the place this morning, all over the rig, so I haven't cleaned it up properly. I just kind of mopped it down. Everything's got like... I rinsed this bag out though to get the coffee out of it, but I thought I'll just record for the day instead of taking the rig apart and cleaning it and being late with this and all kinds of stuff like that. So that's added onto my work day, cleaning all of this mess up. I just reached out for it. You know, when you reach for a cup and clip the edge of it, and it was enough to pour coffee on everything. Morning, Sarah. Hey, Delia. How is everyone this morning? Are you good? I went for a pedicure yesterday. And then I did my manicure afterwards because look what I got. I'll show you what I got. I got one of these from the very lovely Susie at Nail Career Education. I got myself an e-file. Oh my God, it makes it so much faster. So much faster doing my nails. So I sat outside, taking it off, kind of thing like that, and really good. I don't like them that much. My toes are much nicer. She's done a really nice paint job on them, but I kind of did them a little bit similar to Match. Everything's good. Everything's good with me. I'm off to the dentist tomorrow morning, so kind of looking forward to that. Go shopping. Yeah. Everything's good. Is everything good? Apart from the coffee spillage. That's not good. Hey, Sarah. Okay, let's get some cards out. We've got Brenda, the lovely Brenda, the sometimes not so lovely Brenda. The feral male cat was sniffing around her this morning, sniffing by the door. So I went to spray him, get him out of there, because he sprays, and not with a water spray. And he's mean, he fights with them all. Chicky was in here, Chicken, she went out the back, and these two are at the front. So I sprayed him, she ran off too, but then she came back, so she came in. I'm cat juggling these days. They're kind of cute. They're not the best that I've ever done. In fact, they're the worst that I've ever done. I've had to file them down a fair bit because weak. They're very weak. So I'm just using the e-file to take the stuff off, not to file my nails down to make them rough before I put the new on. I mean, we won't be doing that. My nails aren't thick enough to do that. They get very weak. They're pretty thin anyway. Let's get some cards out. See what the guys want to tell us about relationships. Any advancements, anybody? Has anything happened in your life? Me? No. Just in touch with him once, twice a day. Not majorly, not lately. Nobody new. No, nobody new. Showing up. Someone sent me a message on Tinder, but I got a notification about it, but there was no message in there. I don't know who it was. Obviously someone that I'd matched with has sent me a message and then they unmatched themselves from me. So perhaps it was just somebody that was like here for the night or something, I don't know. And perhaps they read, after they messaged me, they read what I'd put, that I'm not, don't do hookups. We're starting out with the Three of Cups. Three of Cups can be reunion, but it can be, yeah, it's reunion. Reunion? We don't want someone from the past. Before I did this, I did 2 energy updates. I did the new moon in Pisces one and the day after, 20th and 21st of February. Interesting, really interesting stuff that we've got coming up there. 3 of Cups. Do we want someone from the past? No. Recent past, maybe. Tell us why the 3 of Cups is here. Reunion? What? Oh no. I don't want someone coming in from the past. 5 of Cups. Okay. Yeah. Some of us are still focused on someone that we've let go in the past. Still focused on what's got away, kind of thing. Still not fully faced toward the future and what we're choosing in the future. The one that we're still focused on. For me, it's not the one that I thought was my twin flame. I'm not focused on him at all. I hardly think at all of him anymore. But there is one that kind of bugs me sometimes in my mind. So someone that you're focused on, that you haven't quite let go of, could be coming back in here because you focused on it. That's what I'm getting. It's because you focused on it. You've still got them in your energy. And the act of the 5 of Cups is like, I'm turning away now, but I'm not really. I'm still focused on you, but I'm pretending to turn away now. And I've got up to leave, kind of thing. You're floating away. I'm still looking at you. I'm still watching you. And they feel that energy. And then they draw you back in. Oh no, you don't look away from me. Let me draw you back in. Oh, what have we got going on here? Who's this? What are you talking about? Page of Pentacles. And so they give a little bit of an offer. Thanks, Dahlia. A little bit of an offer. Page of Pentacles. So it's someone like, you're like, okay, you let someone go because it's just not happening, right? And you're like, well, perhaps they're not, well, they're definitely not making an effort, but perhaps it's not right for me. Perhaps they're not a match in these other ways or whatever. Perhaps we don't have the same values or whatever it is. You've decided to turn away from them, but there's something there. There's something that keeps you focused on them. They feel that rift, so they come back in for more, trying to snare you back. But what they're offering, something really tiny. So it's like just a little bit. They just offer you just a bit of attention to keep you going. That's what that is. It's just a little bit of attention to keep you going, to reel you back in. Hoovering is what it is. Hoovering. Sucking you back in again. Careful. I can see the coffee all over the table here. Mm-hmm. Careful of hoovering. Someone trying to hoover you up, hoover you back in, suck you back in. They're not offering. I mean, this isn't someone coming in with a big offer. This better not be the Ace of Pentacles. It's not. It's the Nine of Pentacles. You see? They're not offering you anything that adds to your life. They're just offering you a little bit of attention. It actually detracts away from your life because you stop focusing on the moving forward and finding someone that is actually good for you. Nine of Pentacles is like, I'm all right, thanks. I'm happy. I've got a really good life. See, this is what I'm realizing. And I do. I have a really good life, right? I'm really happy. I have an excellent life. It's awesome. And these guys, they try and come in and sure, they might be joyful around me because I'm a joyful person. I know that I have a positive effect on people, so I've got to be really wary, right? Friends, boyfriends, everything. I've got to be really wary because are they just like happy around me or are they a happy person? And you've got to like really pay attention because it's hard to not be there and be there at the same time, right? Some of you might have that experience too, is that people are different around you. and we want to know what they're like the majority of the time, right? And so, yeah, is this a joyful person, or are they just pretending to be like me because they're pinging off my energy? Because I'm really joyful and I don't want a downer coming in, the Empress. I know what it is that I deserve, and I know the energy that I deserve, and they need to be bringing it in for me. But adding to that, they need to be that joyful energy. You know, all it takes is, ooh, somebody walking, very interesting kind of a person walking past looking. Looks like from a movie. Got a wide rim hat on with like a khaki colored wide rim hat with like glasses on. Looks like a um on safari, but a detective on safari, something like that. Look just like someone from a movie. The Empress. Totally got me off track there. You try to remove the Scorpio from your energy, but you give up. Could be energy vampires. I focus on myself, it's always in your energy. That sucks. Is it always Scorpios? I've had trouble getting rid of Scorpios out of my energy as well. Is it them? Is it Scorpios that are the problem? Thanks for your donation. Let's do your reading now. Find out. Higher self guidance on Korea. Okay. I'm going to show you my toes, but they're a little bit too far away. Korea. Okay. Clear within and perfect. This is saying that you've got an idea of something that's right for you. What would be perfect for you? The perfect job for you. What yeah, what would be right for you? And this is saying kind of clear that. It might not be. It might not be what's best for you. It might not be what's right for you. You've got an idea of what is perfect for you, and you're always looking at that or doing that and thinking this is right for me, but you don't necessarily know. Yeah, you're not aware of it, you see. Choose to change. It's like, well, if I'm not aware of it, how can I change what I'm doing to be that new thing? That I don't know what it is. In other words, how can I leave the job that I'm in if I don't know what it is that I want to do? This is what a lot of people said to me when I was leaving corporate. Oh, well, what are you going to do next, Claire? I don't know. I'm just going to be jobless for a while and out there doing all kinds of things. And they're like, you should you should like know before you move, you know. And I didn't. What I needed to do was quit and then follow that path. What I did next was I went doing charity work. The charity work led me to, because I was between Germany and Uganda. In Germany, they had and like an orphanage village thing, in Uganda too. But there they were using neurotherapy for because the particular orphanage they were taking the disabled ones, the kids that were pretty much rejected from, you know, that would go around from foster parent to foster parent. So generally with like extra needs, you know. And so they were using neurotherapy there, which is, I went to a conference there about neurotherapy and I really got into it. And then moved to Australia and um, I wanted to find out. I wanted to find out if I could do I can't remember the exact details of it, but how to do what I needed for the qualifications of it. And so I chatted with this guy who did in Melbourne who ran the courses for it, and he says, well, it's open, it's available to doctors, to psychiatrists, doctors, psychiatrists, psychotherapists. Yeah. Usually it's just open to them. because you got to have a background in it. But I talked to him about my experience and stuff like that, and he was like, "But you can come along and do it if you want." So he was kind of lumping, even though I hadn't worked in any kind of therapeutic kind of thing before, just been kind of doing that charity work. He's like, "Yeah, I was pretty lucky actually to be accepted on that course." So I went down to Melbourne and I did my qualifications in it, and I started a business in it, and that led to me doing massage and energy healing and reading. Doing the energy healing and reading before, but pretending that I didn't, kind of thing. Sometimes it's a path, you know. So yeah. So you need to choose a change, but without being aware of where you're headed. That's the thing. Without being aware where you're headed. Almost like when I was getting annoyed at the guys, like, well, I'm not going to do this anymore. I kind of know that my path might be more in, gym, fitness kind of thing now, but I'm willing to take another leap don't if I just decide this isn't for me anymore, doing this stuff anymore. But yeah, there's a leap to take, Dahlia. There's a leap to take, and it's going to be a blind leap because then you need to follow a path. Your higher self will show you if you take that leap. What do you do at the moment? The Empress. Yeah, so we don't just accept anything, right? Nine of Pentacles. And some of us, we just need to really start recognizing when someone's offering us scraps. Because when we're single and independent and there's nothing going on, we get a little bit of attention. We're like, oh, they're giving to me. It's like, girl, it's a tiny little bit. It's not majorly. It's like, don't get out of bed for anything less than a lot, you know? Don't get too hyped up and too excited about someone messaging you. Don't. If they want to step it up, absolutely. What next? Hangman. Got to change our minds on this, right? Got to change our minds on what love feels like. A little bit of attention is just whatever. Whatever. A little bit of an offer is just whatever. You've got to step it up more than that. So Empress, you need to have like higher standards for the amount coming in. Six of Wands. So if you stop responding to the little offers, Six of Wands. Morning, Mandy. The nectar, the victory. So a lot of us are wasting our efforts, wasting our energy on responding to tiny offers. You're working in accounting with your psychic medium. You want to. I know, right? Corporate world. Oh, yeah, I'm so glad I left. Never again. Oh my God, you won't catch me dead in that kind of. That reminds me. I got an email this morning. My mum had a stroke yesterday. Her mum had strokes when she was very young. Wow. I got an email from my dad saying he'd heard through the grapevine my mum had a stroke yesterday. No one told him directly. But I guess if he's heard through the grapevine, someone did tell him directly. It's obviously not come from her. What's going on with my family? I don't really care. I mean, there are a whole bunch of abusers anyway. I care that my mum's had a stroke. I don't have to go back into that nonsense. But it doesn't surprise me that none of them are talking to each other, because that's what I realise. It's not just me that's shut out. It's not just me that they're abusing. They're all abusing each other. I opted out. Okay, what do we want now? So we've got someone coming in, back in, giving it a go, but Page of Pentacles, it's nothing much. If you don't respond to it. And what is it about Scorpios? Is that the way that they do things? Scorpios do that. Do they get people hooked in that way? Maybe. Tell us more. Who's coming back? Brenda! Oh, oh wow. That was quite a stretch. Hello? Want me to stroke you or something? There you go. Book of Shadows. The Hierophant. Hierophant. Yeah, I hope she does. I did have a little talk with my guides and about it. I hope she does recover. I hope she's happy. I mean, she probably isn't. She's probably still drinking and smoking herself to death. Hey, she tried to stay on with one leg. But she's done a lot better than her mum. But my mum, she doesn't live very healthily at all. So, Book of Shadows. It's about our spiritual path. Oh, okay. It's about our spiritual path. We, as healers, we do attract. Anyone else that experienced this? We attract people that need healing, right? We do. We also attract people who want to tell us their stories. They want to tell us. And they say things like, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but here's the deepest or the darkest or the most spiritual thing or a weird thing that happened to me. I've had that my whole life. People want to tell me their weird stories, the supernatural stories and stuff like that, and they want to tell them when they want to tell me when they saw an angel. Like I remember, I broke down, not like emotionally and my engine. I had a VW combi in the UK, and I was on the motorway and going up to Scotland, and there was a bang, and it stopped working. And I just kind of rolled it to the side, and I'm like, oh, what do I do? And then I'm like, oh, I've got like RAC or whatever. So I called them up. The RAC man came, and he put my van on the back of his tow truck, and I got in the tow truck with him, and then he proceeded to tell me this story about, I can't even remember it, but it was about an angel visiting them. It's like, I'm not sure why I'm telling you this. Like, I know, I really wish you wouldn't. Attracts a lot of broken people, right? Yes, we do. We do. We've got to be aware of that. It's part of our spiritual path. But that's our work. We're not meant to have relationships with them. We're not meant to have friendships with them and relationships with them. And we're like, well, guides, who the hell else is there out there? Bring me someone to be my friend. Bring me someone to be my lover who isn't that. Happens a lot. They do, right? Yeah, same, Delia. Me too. So my parents wore me out. I was having to parent them. Crazy stuff. Like a shadows. It's our spiritual lesson. It's not our spiritual lessons, it's our spiritual path. It doesn't help us, is what this is saying. It doesn't help us with relationships. Because we're like, oh, bit of attention from a broken person. I like them. Yeah, the ghost stories as well. I used to get those. Guy at work. There was this old guy at work. I was just temping at the corporate place that I ended up working full time at. But I was just temping there one summer. That's what I used to do. Is like do in the summer holidays from uni, which I had 2 months off. I'd do 6 weeks work to get the money and then go away for the last 2 weeks. Use that money to go away on holiday somewhere. And there was this old guy there who was such a lovely guy, really cheery, He was about to retire, and he had the best job too. He'd been there many, many years. I was on the claims team, and it was the best claims team. We were the ones that gave the good news to people that that policy, that life insurance or whatever it was that they took out, as whatever they call it, it's matured, it's ready, it's ripe, and it's ready. And did you know you've got all of this money? He was the one that made those calls. He was the one that made those calls. So he was like, he had a great job, great guy. And everyone else had gone on lunch or something like that. And he's like, now we're alone, Claire, I need to tell you this. And he told me his ghost story. It was about his ex-wife. That was it. What was it? Something, his ex-wife died. He got a new, or he'd met someone new. That was it. He'd met someone new. And he was like, I don't know, it was a couple of years after his first wife had died. And it wasn't giving himself permission. And he was telling me like there was all of this paranormal activity going on, like, you know, things falling off the wall and stuff like that in his house. And he asked, yeah, I'm getting goosebumps, it's true. And he asked me, do you think it's, and he was like, I didn't tell anyone else about that, but I knew that it was her. I'd been angry because I wouldn't move on and I wouldn't let myself like go out with this person. And he said, and it all stopped as soon as I let myself go out with this new woman, who's his second wife. Turned into his second wife. I'm like, yep, that's what happens if you don't listen. They start throwing stuff about. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Anyway, it's not funny when it comes to our romantic lives. That's what makes it not funny. That one, Simran or whatever it's called. So whatever, Samran. Am I saying it right? Samran. It's the moon. Things are in the shadows. It's confusing. It's not clear. I'm meant to help this person or I'm meant to sleep with them. It's just not clear. Why would you give me feelings for this person if I'm not supposed to sleep with them? They're just trying to get your attention when they start throwing stuff about, right? Okay. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like what it says in this book. It's confusing, says the moon. It's confusing. Everything is confusing in the moonlight. We're trying to make sense of it. It doesn't make sense. Trying to get clarity in the moonlight. It's tricky. Right, because what we're talking about is an intuitive thing, right? Sure, the guides are telling us, like you guys, well, you need to choose better, you know, you need to look at all these things and choose better. But we all know relationships, we want that magic, and it's got to be that intuitive connection and all of that. We want that, there's got to be that magic thing too. That's what's confusing. If we want to do it in our intuitive, witchy way, but that hasn't been good for us because what we attract. Full moon on Sunday, full moon in Leo. Monday, it's on Monday here, but yeah, it's very early in the morning. What did I say about it? Let me find it. Leo. Schedule. Here you go. Karmic from the past. That's what I've called it. Watch out, everybody. Yes. One of water, the ace of water. That falling in love, that being in love. That's what I'm getting from it. So our paths are tricky because we're healers, because of this, because we attract the broken and the weird and the out of people. We want to fall in love, so it's confusing. Because we love too much. That's what it is. We love too much. We can unconditionally love people quite easily. You found that. So we want that special source that is the Ace of Water, the Three of Water, the Three of Cups. So the one that's coming back, tell us about the one that's coming back then. So that's about us, Book of Shadows, whatever that one's called, the Moon, and the Ace of Water. It's about us. The Three of Water, this is about the person that's coming back then. It's the person coming back. What are they then? Are they just someone that's broken for us to help, or what? The World. Someone traveling toward us, perhaps. Someone at a distance. Now who are you talking about? It's going to be a shock. The Tower. A shock. Someone travels toward you, it's going to be a shock. The Magician. You've manifested this. You see, that's what I was getting from the Five of Cups, is that you've still got to focus on them. You've manifested it. Damn it. And then the Seven of Water. Choices. But you've got a choice. And it could be confusing. Yeah, it's still confusing. You're meant to tell us. So it's a shock when they come back. You've manifested it because you were still focusing on them. They're still in your energy. But you do have a choice. Oh, but there's an element of fate there, you see? Oh, no. What is this? Is it someone that we're supposed to help, but they didn't? They should have come to us with their information, with their weird stories and all of that kind of thing, and we could help them. But they didn't tell us that. Instead, they tried to have a romantic relationship with us. Or is it someone that is right for a romantic relationship with us, but we can't get past the, oh, but they're messed up. They don't seem to be right for me in a relationship. We need to get deeper into this. I want to know about this person that's going to show up. It's going to be shocking, even though they're telling us, apparently. They come from afar. Tall, dark, handsome stranger comes from afar. It's going to be a shock when they turn up, but you've actually manifested this. You're bringing them back in for some reason. Let's find out what that reason is. What's the best deck to do that? Miserable Ladies, probably. Miserable Ladies deck can be very kind of real. Get into it. That's the end of that. Okay, tell us about this one that's coming back. With a small offer. Three of Cups. It's the one that's coming back. So we've had the Three of Cups out 3 times now. Twice as the first card. So it's definitely about this person that's coming back for the reunion. Okay, tell us about them, please. Can you make it really clear so that we know what we're talking about here? Because we know where we stand on it now. Judgment. We've got to make a decision. Or they're making a decision, they're making a decision. They've made a decision. Tell us what this decision is about. The Moon. They don't know. So it's a confused person. But they've made a decision. Yeah. This could be someone, it could be talking about someone that is fated for some reason to us. But they've made a decision. They keep on getting pulled back to us and they don't know why, is what this is saying. But so they've made a decision. They won't be able to they won't be able to be really clear about it. So if you ask them about it, like, why did you make that decision to come and see me? They'll be like, I don't know. I just couldn't stop thinking about you or something like that. And what? And what else? The Fool. And so I just decided to come and see you. take a chance on that. It's not a developed idea that they're coming in with. Okay. You got the same cards. Two of Pentacles. Weighing up the options. Balancing things out. Weighing up the options. This is something that we cannot get away from, this one. Damn Scorpios. What was that? The devil. The devil did a flip and then it went back in. Tell us more about this one. King of Pentacles. Someone who's got the stability. It's someone that's got stability. Eight of Wands. Direct communication. Two of Cups. Okay, so they are giving an offer. So they're going to be quite pursuey, if that's a word. Yes, now. Direct in their communication. They won't formulate. They haven't formulated the why yet. They're not going to be able to answer that, but they're going to be quite direct in their approach. I think it's someone that wants to pursue, that wants to act on this, that wants to start it. They want to see what is there, is what it is. The Empress and the Seven of Cups. But we decide. We decide. Please help us with this decision, guides. So that's where they're coming from, right? So you might be able to recognize who that is in your life. Now, who can help us with that? What should we do? It's a little bit of a worry about that, to me, that they've just told us, you see, your problem is, or maybe our problem is that we have attracted so many broken people and we've tried to have relationships with them that when the fated one comes in, we're like, oh, you're a little bit broken. I am done with broken guys. And we push them away. But we can't stop focusing on them. They keep on coming back. And Starchild Tarot, it's gotta be the Starchild Tarot. So help us out, help the girls out with this one, please. This is not what I wanted to hear. I think I know who they're talking about. You have an eye. Does everyone know who I'm talking about here? I know who mine is. I'm pretty sure. Okay, help us out with this, please. Starchild Tarot. Six of Wands, Six of Crystals. Two sixes. Very positive. It's very positive. It is someone with a lot to offer. It could be really good. There's an element of their brokenness, which is the problem here, isn't it? Isn't it? So just do that damn work on themselves, because we ain't doing it this time. For them. So, Six of Wands. Let's read it out of the book, because we need to know this advice. Six of Wands. The arrival of positive news. You're victorious and should be proud of your brilliant accomplishments. Your enthusiasm has paid off threefold as you realize your limitless potential. There's nothing you cannot achieve, and others also recognize this as your strength. This is someone you could achieve a lot with. They recognize your strengths. Creativity, yeah, but there's something, isn't there? There's something in the Empress holds the bar high, right? And we're like, you ain't jumping over that bar, mister. You're not. And they're like, they're the emperor. They don't want to do it. Don't tell me what to do, kind of thing. Creativity begins with connecting with your higher self. You've learned to harness this and are an inspiration to those around you. This card represents a harmonious state that comes from finding a healthy and comfortable balance in all areas of your life. Okay. Conquest, good fortune, popularity, success. So it's power couple stuff, this is. Six of Crystals is someone that's reciprocal. Let's read it. Six of Crystals indicates a state of balance and abundance. You recognize the value of your relationships, spirituality, and the mutual benefit of loving support of others. So this is going to be a very beneficial relationship. This is also a time for inner growth and prosperity. Okay. Inner growth and prosperity. Perhaps you're in their life to help them with the inner growth. They're in your life to give you the money. Prosperity. You both got what you it's a synergistic blend. Both got what each other needs, kind of thing. Is probably not the best way to say it, but it's a synergistic blend as a couple. Very powerful. You have risen to the occasion and can now look back on the choices that you've made that have led to your state of knowing. How will you move from here? Opportunities, gifts, or rewards may be closer than you think. Career, philanthropy, generosity, prosperity, advancement, growth, abundance. Balanced relationship. Both needing to appreciate each other for what you bring to it. Have we all got a Scorpio? Are we all talking about a Scorpio here? You'll know who I'm talking about, don't you? Damn it. It's the tricky one. Of course it's the tricky one. We're tricky to them too. Knight of Cups, here they come. Ooh, with a love offer. Just a knight though. Knight of Cups. A romantic who's highly intuitive and charged with the universal force of love. Ooh. This person is extremely attractive and easily draws others to them. We're talking about them now. They'll always make decisions based on what the heart is telling them, whether the choices seem logical or not. The Knight of Cups may also indicate someone who takes action and knows how to proceed with an open mind. Okay. So they're going to act on the heart, right? They've heard the call too. They can't stop thinking about you. They come in all romantic because they get whoever they want. Yours is a Taurus. We had all of that Taurus Scorpio energy last year. I was really surprised more didn't happen then. I thought it was going to be Scorpio and Taurus's year last year. Just more of the same. Serenity and Queen of Cups. Well, they'd better make an effort, huh? Let's read these two out. Serenity. Sometimes it's important to step back from the noise. Excuse me. Sometimes it's important to step back from the noise and chaos of the world. There's nothing wrong with seeking out your own space, as introspection offers spiritual teachings that can only come from within. This in turn allows you to expand your field of perception and connect with your higher self. Serenity describes a soul-searching journey where you seek truth, purpose, and harmony. Okay. You know what this is saying? Is when they come in, we're not going, what is this? Someone for me to help or someone to have a romantic relationship with? This is the guide saying, scratch that line of thinking. This is a soul-searching journey where you seek truth, purpose, and harmony. What we've got to be asking ourselves is, what the hell is this? Let's find out what the hell this is. Instead of trying to say, is it in this box or that box? I need to know if it's black or it's white. This is saying, now get into the grey area with this person. Go on a journey with this person. You're waking up to a renewed sense of spirituality that's illuminating your life in new and vibrant ways. So your spiritual side, your healer side, is going to come to the fore in all of this. You may feel less inclined to share your thoughts or views with others. as you realize that each person is on their own karmic path of learning and enlightenment. So you're not going to want to be their teacher and stuff. And I don't think we're being asked to be that either. I think we're being asked to bring this spiritual element into this relationship and seek what it's all about. Take a moment to reconnect with nature and explore the mysteries of the earth around you. Look out for the sweet synchronicities as they come. What can I learn through this experience? How can I connect to my true spiritual nature and higher self? How can I surround myself with like-minded people? Hey, Barbara. The oracle you pull said, the love you seek is already within them. They truly do have the love all on their own. How can you develop a deeper love for yourself? Queen of Cups. This is us. Queen of Cups is an expressive and nurturing individual who's deeply attuned to the emotional needs of others. They're honest and gentle and will always communicate from their higher self and innate psychic abilities. This person is warm, kind-hearted, and empathizes with all. The Queen of Cups can also come off as quiet and shy, but is highly intelligent and strong in their convictions. So we've got to be that. The evolution and growth of loving relationships with others, a time to listen to your inner voice and psychic abilities, being able to heal oneself or others. It may be that you'll offer counsel, wisdom, or advice to those who are in need. The manifestation of loving energy. So that feminine energy is what the feminine energy that we need to get into is. And just be in the, I don't know if this person's right for me or what, but we need to find out what the hell this is, right? And then be your true self, which is that I just said, the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Crystals. Nice. Let's see what it says in the book with the Eight of Crystals. To me is that reaping the rewards of the work we put in. Let's see. The exploration and discovery of a new task, project, or venture is on the horizon. You're ready and willing to put in all of your energy and move into a new phase of life. Really. You're able to look back on all your accomplishments and career goals and develop your talents to an entirely new level. This may also indicate additional formal training or education in the future. It's a self-determination that comes from mental clarity and focus. It's a state of maturity that emerges from living your life as you expand your spiritual awareness through this active process. I'm hungry. Perseverance. Oh, it's asking us to be open to this, but open to finding out what it is, rather than saying, yes, this is your person. Well, this is your person in some kind of a way. Damn it. Just as I thought it was getting real good and we were moving forward. Anyway, someone's coming back. Let's get some of these out. Anyone else want a mini read? Before I pop off? The Hunter. Ooh. They've got you in their sights and they want you. And they always get what they want. Thank you, Dahlia. I bet you're going to ask about this one now, aren't you? The Hunter. So somewhat, this is like King of Wands energy. I want you and I'm going to have you. Forest and the Temple. It's not those. It's here in the comic, it's not those either. This. Seduction. The Kiss. Holy crap. No wonder the Knight of Cups came out. This is someone that they don't the moon, they've made a decision, they don't really know why, but they've decided to go all in. It could be that you've been on their mind too much and they're just like, there's something in this, I need to do something about it. They come in with romance, seduction, all of that. You're in their sights, the hunter, hunting you down. The crone, you've got to be wise. Your wisdom. Yeah, so when they come in, we need to be in our full selves, our full witchy way selves, our intuition, and Queen of Cupty-ness. The sword, light and dark. Double-edged sword kind of thing. It's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows. Tell us what else. The shapeshifter. And it can switch. It can change and switch. Okay, so they're confused. We're confused. Neither of us know what the hell this is. Neither of us understand why we can't leave each other alone, or why you've given up on them and then they pop back in. Sounds like twin flame shit, doesn't it? And it's shapeshifter. It's going to change. It's going to switch and change, right? So you might be like, this is just a romance kind of thing, or this is just a work connection, and then the next minute you're like, no, there's more to this. And it's going to be a lot of shifting to this as we follow this path of like, what the hell is this? It feels to me like they make a decision, they don't understand why, but to pursue you and to find out what it is. And that's the way that we need to approach it too. The ocean. Be mysterious, wild and free. The ocean card in this deck, it says, be mysterious, wild and free. Be your full self. Like a blue kiwi fruit. Thank you, Sarah. The gem that you are. Well, how about that? Ugh, it's not going to be easy. And a big part of my ego doesn't want to bother. How about yours? You want to be nosy about your Taurus. Let's put all these away and I'll get to your mini reads. I don't want to ask about mine. Oh no, there's somebody coming back. Okay. Wee. Delia. You're Scorpio. Okay, you're Scorpio. Scorpio and Taurus, huh? You're Scorpio. Is it true? Take the risk. Okay. So there is deductions that you've made about your Scorpio, perhaps because they've told you that wasn't true. Perhaps there's things that you've told your Scorpio that aren't true as well. It's going to be a tricky relationship between these two energies because it's both very strong energies. Emperor and Empress energies. It's very tricky. So they've told you things that aren't true. You've told them things that aren't true too. And that is going to be tricky. There's deductions that you've made about them which isn't actually true. And probably because they've projected that stuff. Defenses come up. Defenses come up and we tell lies. We're not our full truthful selves when we get provoked, and we provoke each other. Okay, so there's up until now and include, there's a sorting out of the past that needs to happen between you and your Scorpio because you've not got the right idea about each other, because you've triggered each other to defenses coming up, and that has caused you both neither of you to be fully yourselves, and so that needs sorting out. Yeah, it feels like you've got that one coming back in. Me too, I think. Sarah, Taurus. Your Scorpio is the King of Wands. Mine too. But interesting, because they get who it is that they want, but not. But interesting that they've got that they're going to come in like the Knight of Cups, though, isn't it? Because I would have thought they'd come in like the King of Wands. But if they come in like the King of Wands, we'd be like, hang on, let me just get my sword out, right? Interesting, isn't it? They come in like the Knight of Cups, and we've got to be the Queen of Cups. Okay, Taurus guy for Sarah. What's going on with Taurus guy? Intimacy work. Travel joy. Is your Taurus at a distance from you? Intimacy work. So trouble being their full selves. I think a lot of guys have trouble being intimate because guys tend to want to project who they're meant to be, more so than women, I think. Project who they think that they should be, like what guys should be like, kind of thing, that they'll hold back their true self. Intimacy is about showing your true self. And like true selves to guys especially is not acceptable, is it? Like they're meant to be strong and you know, not be your full self, just be like be the guy, be the guy. So they've got some work to do regarding that, regarding allowing themselves to be their true selves with other people. But yeah, I think is that I think this is saying that is the one. They want to be happy. If you're in a different place to them, yeah, are you, Sarah? Are you in a different place to them? Because it could be that they want to set themselves free from, you know, when you're ready for change and you actually move to a new place where nobody knows you, or only a few people know you, it's easier than becoming your full self and putting yourself as you truly are out there amongst where you've been for a long time. Struggling being the true self and putting it out there and might be coming your way and be more able to do that. Be that. That makes sense to you. I hope it does. Let's get some about mine. I should never ask, but I'm going to. Sexual healing. Make love, do what we love. Follow my knowing and self-love. I will. Okay. Different countries. Yeah. Okay. So maybe the seed was planted with you, Sarah. And perhaps they've just been waiting until But yes, that's reminded me that I've got a stay tomorrow at a different hotel. What was I saying? The seed was planted in you, but they needed to work on who they really are and working up to like the desire to be their true self rather than be the person, you know, that society expects them to be. And when they get to that particular point, which could be around now, they come towards you. And it kills two birds with one stone, so to speak. In a different place, they get to be their true self with you, get to be truly intimate and tell you who they really are, and perhaps talking about who they were pretending to be before, and that what caused problems because of that, perhaps between you two. Interesting. It's in South Africa. Ooh. Whew. We kind of want to go to England at the moment. It's too cold. From summer to winter. I don't know. I can't stand the cold. I was listening to an interview yesterday about women and hormones, and he was talking a little bit. He being Andrew Huberman was talking to this lady. I can't remember what her name is, but she's a hormone lady, and with a lot of information. And he was talking about like cold plunges, and she's like, some of it's not good for us. Cold plunges, it stresses us out too much. And she was talking about herself being that she had to stop. She used to run a lot, and she realized it was raising her cortisol a lot. Like what I've just realized is that the cardio for me, the boxing, I need to do much less of it. And she was saying that there's certain types, phenotypes, and I'm one of them. I know it, that can't do that stuff. And I know that I can't do the stuff in the afternoon because I can't sleep properly, right? And she says like that's a sign of it. She was talking about taking like what's it called? Ashwagandha, the smell of a horse. You know, ashwagandha means the smell of a horse. Ashwagandha to lower cortisol so that you can sleep better if you're one of the types like us. It's very interesting. She's talking about, you know, like testosterone and stuff. I know that I have high testosterone. Always have had. But it's good to know. And she was saying that types like us, we need to do, less cardio. It stresses us out too much. We like doing it, but it stresses us out too much. More of the slower stuff and more weights, resistance. And I know I should do more of that. I started the other day. I did my boxing training yesterday, the day before I did leg day. You got sun, you got winter, yeah. Are you in touch, Sarah? Are you in touch with them? Well, I wasn't expecting that. Hey! But there we have it. That's what we've got. Someone coming back in. It's not the one that I thought was my twin flame. I thought ages ago that he was. But not recently. Am I the lucky winner? Find out if you're the winner. I'm sure they would have contacted me. No, they're from Gladstone, Queensland. It's not me. Okay. Well, let me know about it. I won't be here on Friday. There will be a pick a card read going out tonight, but there won't be one going out on Friday. Might do on Saturday if I feel like working on Saturday. I probably won't want to do that. And so yeah, have a good rest of the week. Have a good weekend. Let me know if they show up. Perhaps it's not going to be soon, or perhaps it will be. I don't know, but we're obviously being told about it now to get ourselves prepared. So watch out, everybody. It's going to be a shock. Yeah, so have a good one, everybody. Join our Facebook group if you're not already in there. And I'll see you all on Monday next week, which could be your Sunday.